Nice.
Who are we off? Are we?
Hello.
Enter the chief.
Enter the chief.
What's going on? What's going on, boys?
Welcome aboard the good ship parenting.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Chiefy,
Yeah.
you're after getting us fat.
Come on.
What
I mean, yeah,
the
this is what
hell?
I didn't want to take off my jacket because I am quite
made you take off your
self-conscious
jacket?
about. It's warm. I think it's warm. I think that was a ploy to get
You
me.
don't want to be
strip down
sweating
to
like
my-
fucking Nixon.
No, but I feel like you wanted me to take off my jacket to sort of showcase
The
my
bod.
my weight gain.
The
This
decline
wasn't
of
me.
Rome.
I would like you to know that wasn't me. That was entirely Mike's devious plan to
He
get
wanted
you
to tee up the fat.
disrobe.
Huh?
Well, you know, I have a bad relationship with food. Like I've been buying myself Easter eggs.
Have you been paying for food now?
Yeah, I pay for food now. I'm
Have
not
you
as poor as I used to be.
Have you stopped stealing?
I haven't. I
Yeah.
still do. I do steal quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's so cool. That's so
it's
cool.
a cool thing for a 31-year-old to be doing. You know, it's not. It's sad.
I genuinely do think that's cool. I'm very jealous of people who steal things.
No,
Do you
you're
never?
not.
Would you never?
I'm
bought-
trying.
Yeah.
Just every time I'm in a shop, I think I'm gonna just pocket a little Kinder Maxi here.
Yeah.
And crack on with my day. 30p. Who's that hurting? But I can't. I get so scared.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not even that the security guard's gonna stop me. It's that like God. I think it's God.
will-
God.
yeah.
I think it's God. It's the
Jeezy
idea
greasy.
that I'm a bad person.
When you
Yeah.
get to the pearly gates, he'll be like, "Remember that Freddo you fucking stole?"
To the rape chamber.
Yeah, to the rape chamber. That's the punishment
For the Freddo.
Who'd be
Yeah.
waiting for you in there? Just a collection
frog?
of
The Freddo frog?
The Freddo frog.
Yeah,
Big
exactly, yeah.
fucking massive Freddo cock
That's
on
just
him.
Mao. He's
Yeah.
waiting for you. You have to join the
If
queue
I
with about 1,000
if I had
people.
to be raped by any dictator, Mao would be the
It would
Because
one.
of
be
the
the
penis
small.
No, I just like them.
Oh, you like him, right? Okay, yeah. But the thing with the stealing from, I shit where I eat a little bit. I steal from my
But back
local
to the
Sainsbury's.
stealing thing.
Back to- I mean, yeah, you've both seen the inside of my room. It's fucking disgusting. But I do steal. But it's like I've gained the trust of the people in Sainsbury's. Like, oh, this guy's in here every day. There's no way he's that stupid
So
to
you're
steal
buying
from
a couple
us.
bits, pocketing a couple other bits.
Yeah. But my ploy, I used to just, back 2 summers ago, I would just go into a Tesco and fill my arms like this and just do a few laps and then be like, I'm white, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? They'll never suspect me, and then I just go out the door, and it would work 99% of the time. But then one time I did
Just at the security, just like,
I'm white.
please, Mr.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah. They just see me and they're like, no, there's no way. And
Shaking your hand on the way out the door.
yeah,
you know?
exactly, yeah. Just
Please come
whistling.
again, Mr. White.
Yeah, but one time I did it. I had a job that I got fired from, and anyway, it's not relevant. But I was walking out the door with all this stuff, and then this guy came chasing after me. He was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You stole all that shit." And I was like, "No." My whole thing was like, I just pretend I forgot to pay.
Yeah.
I had a senior moment or whatever, and I walked out the door. I'm 80 years old, and I was like, "Oh, I
What
forgot."
did you say, young fellow?
What did you?
Come
What did you say, young man?
Come again, Captain.
You're trying to gaslight him into thinking that you're like 90.
Yes.
Oh,
Did I not
yes.
give you a check?
Yes. The Germans are coming. Quick.
Yeah.
I thought I heard the air raid siren.
Yeah.
London's burning. We must go.
Make your way to the shelter. For the love of goodness.
I need provisions with the.
Did I exceed my ration card?
I challenge you to a duel.
Did I take too much Bovril?
Marvelous fun to say.
Just there with nappies, like. But, and then I was like, no, I forgot. And then he was like, you did this shit on Monday. And I was like, oh, I forgot I stole from here on Monday. I double dipped.
You gotta vary it up. You gotta
gotta
go
vary it up.
Sainsbury's, Tesco, Morrison's as the
Yeah, because the job I had was like just to do it like fucking, I don't know, it was bullshit. And then I was all over London, like different parts. So it was great. I could just hit up different. I'm sure they had like a memo going around, like
a
look out for
Lone
this.
Ranger
Like a Lone Ranger, but I'm
riding off
sure
into
they
the
had.
sunset with an arm full of
On a
fucking
horse,
Tampax.
like and I used to just steal tampons.
Was that when you were working for
the sake of it? Like,
was that when you were working for French Races, Jean Claude?
no, Jean Claude was This is when I was doing like apartment surveying, fucking whatever. It was bullshit. But when I worked for I did like a day
You
of
were doing
landscaping.
apartment surveying?
Huh?
You were doing apartment surveying?
Well, it was like I'd go in and
Tell you what this is. An apartment.
surveying's the wrong word, but
Were you doing
it was
the videos for the not in-person viewings of apartments? You were just there to fucking take a phone round on a flat?
it was like, so when someone moves out of a flat and then you go in and you see if there's damage or fucking whatever, jizz on the walls or whatever to see. And then
the
you
deposit?
the deposit thing,
I over here, this is my jizz on the wall.
yeah. Well, sometimes I did have to shit in these people's houses, and I'm sure that contributed. I lost the job because they saw a clip from me and some podcast saying like whatever shit on something, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy's not. We can't be letting this guy into people's houses." But
well, you shit in your own room.
I do shit in my own room. Yeah,
He took a shit. His toilet was broken, and he took a shit on the floor of his own room.
What?
Yeah, I'll send you the photo
This
of it, and you
is
can put it
the
on the
most
thing.
Lloyd Grossman anybody's ever been.
I'm Lloyd Grossman.
I don't know.
Are
This Lloyd
you?
Grossman man.
Congratulations on the knighthood, Sir Lloyd Grossman.
Yeah. What happened was my toilet was broken. And I needed to shit badly, and I had no choice but to shit on like an Amazon package. I didn't have a choice.
I think
it was either that or the bath.
You have neighbours. You have neighbours.
Yeah, but I don't like them. You know, I don't
They
know.
haven't taken to you.
They've got children, you know.
Right.
But no, they wouldn't let me in to take a shit in their house, and rightly so. But yeah, I just shit on an Amazon package and then just sent. Then I posted it to my mum. But no, then I just shit on it. But it had to be done because the toilet is we have an old American guy living with us at the moment. Mm-hmm. He's definitely
old.
He's in his 60s. Like,
Jesus, what the fuck? Your life is so mad.
It's fucked. It's fucked. But he's like
You've got a like Korean War veteran living in your face.
Yeah, we do. He's from like the Bronx and thing, and he's got long hair, and he's like his fucking hippie dude. And he shits on the toilet seat.
Still talking about Vietnam.
He's still talking about Nam. Yeah.
You gotta stop the war, man.
You gotta stop the war, man.
Is that right what you're doing, man? Come on, man. Nixon's a narc, man. Nixon's a narc, man.
Just doesn't shut up about Burning Man, you know.
Yeah, and so he's taking. Hold on now. So he's shiting on the toilet seat.
On the toilet
He has
seat.
no interest in shiting in the hole.
Well,
in the middle of the toilet.
We don't know
We
what.
don't think it's deliberate, surely.
No, we figured his shtick. Like he shits on the thing, and we've called him out on it.
The back of the toilet seat.
No, like on the seat.
The seat
On the
itself.
seat. You
So-
go in and there'll be shit on the seat, and we were like, dude, what the fuck?
But only at the back.
No. Like it doesn't matter
All
where.
around.
Yeah, he didn't
Because at the
discriminate.
back, you just think maybe he has quite a high anus.
Right.
And it's just coming out the wrong bit.
No.
A tilting anus.
A tilting, yeah, that's a horrible ailment. But we confronted him about it, and he was like, "Man, it's a medical condition
That you
And we're
have to
like,
shit
"What?"
on the seat of the toilet.
Well, no, that like somehow something with his shit it just goes sideways or whatever.
Right.
And then I had
Shit
an argument
goes
with him, and then he was
sideways.
like, "You've confronted me about this so much that I've now developed a complex."
He says.
yeah,
I
He's
think
like,
that's a good complex to have.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was just like, "I can't shit in the house now because you've made me self-conscious."
Sounds good to me, brother.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds. If you never shit again for the rest of your life,
I don't
that's
give
a
a
job.
fuck.
Is he
well
laying
done.
deuces down the park?
I thought, yeah, I presume so, but he said, I don't know.
He's
He
just
just
in the park and people are like, "What are you doing? You shag grab me, dude, man.
Don't blame me, man.
Don't blame
Vietnam,
Yeah.
Don't blame
Bring me back
man.
to Vietnam.
Got a condition, man."
Well, this is the thing. It was like, so he's shitting on the thing, but then we discovered that he's got a gripe with me and Hamish because the rest of the house is dirty. So we feel like this is his way of
Oh, it's
being
a
like,
protest.
if you don't clean the fucking house, if you don't wash your dishes, I'm going to shit on the seat.
Right.
And I won't stop until
It's quite
you.
a hard thing to do to get shit on the seat, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why I asked about whether it's just at the back. Because if you just sit really far back, you can maybe like it's coming out wrong or any sort
It's
of
almost
stuff
like he
happening,
shits in his hand
And
on the way up to the
then-
toilet, kicks
Yeah.
open the toilet door and goes,
And just-
Kobe's it into
Right.
the thing.
Yeah,
And then hits the rim.
It's never a swish.
Go,
It's
baby.
never a switch.
Rim
No.
shot.
No. He goes that, he goes, and then it hits and it goes like that around the rim, and then it goes in.
It's
Tries to
everything but
catch the
net.
rebound.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everything but net.
Yeah, and I've had arguments with him in the kitchen. Just like I was like, I didn't think I'd have to potty train a 60-year-old and all this sort of
That's a
stuff.
great
Have
line.
you said that? Did
Yeah.
you
That's
say that
really
to him?
solid.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, you're 60, dude. What are you doing? And then
I was in
I was in
man.
You know what I did for this country?
Nixon,
Wrong
man.
country, brother.
Yeah, and then he goes, I'm going to go to the landlord. And what he doesn't know is that our landlord is the biggest waster. He's the lead singer of Guns to Roses, which is like Guns N'
tribute
Roses. It's a tribute band. He's the biggest.
Your
he's
landlord's the lead singer of
Guns to Roses.
Guns to Roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the biggest, the most successful Guns N' Roses cover band in Europe, and and he looks nothing like Axl Rose.
Yeah.
Nothing like Axl Rose. And then one time he got accused. There was an African woman living in the basement with her dog, and she accused him of racism. And he was like, "I can't be racist. My drummer's black." And then I was like, "Was the drummer in AC/DC black? Not AC/DC. Guns N' Roses black?
No way.
Slash was
I
black.
can Google it. Slash was black, but nobody knew.
Yeah, it was cover black.
He's very light
Well, they made him cover his face with the hair.
and sunglasses.
They were like,
It's the only way this is going to fly if you cover your face. But and then the one time this is funny, outside my bedroom there was a framed picture of Axl Rose, and it was signed by him. And then I was in the hall talking to the landlord, and I was like, is that actually signed by Axl Rose? And he was like, yeah. And the next day he took it down and brought, because he thought I was going to sell it or something.
That's just funny. You couldn't be trusted with a signed Guns N' Roses.
He just goes, it is.
Yeah.
And then he just took it then the next day, and I probably would have sold it. But so and then he went to the landlord and was like, these guys, they're like shaming me for this shit thing, and they won't clean up after themselves. And the landlord was basically like,
welcome to the jungle, brother.
exactly. That's gold, man. That's fucking welcome to the jungle. We play fun and games. That's the only Guns N' Roses song I know.
That was all I had.
November Rain. Yeah.
Brother, Sweet Child of Mine.
Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the toilet's shitty.
Yeah,
Won't you please clean my toilet?
So basically, the landlord was just like, yeah, if you don't like it, just fuck off. So now the old
He
guys.
said, well, wait, man.
Hey,
Who
man.
are you, Nixon?
Yeah,
man?
what are you, man?
What the hell?
Fuck,
Rock and
man.
roll used to mean something, man.
That's what he says. He says rock and roll all the time. He's like,
Really?
you guys are just in the house, man, and you're all just fucking like rock and roll, and you're not cleaning up after. He throws the term rock and roll around quite a bit.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's a rock and roll house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Surely.
He's
Well,
a
you're-
fucking cunt. I hope he dies. But I've said
Hippies,
that.
man.
He will.
Huh?
Hippies. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse, as my father says, than an old hippie.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
war's over, dude.
Yeah.
You lost, Lebowski.
When has your father ever crossed paths with a hippie?
You're a bum, Lebowski.
Yeah,
my father.
They're the
I-
rural hippies of Kilkenny.
Yeah.
Well, no, he would see them. He talks about lads in. I think he just thinks anyone with a ponytail is kind of a
Yeah.
hippie. But he'd see.
Susan from down the shops.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah.
yeah. He's suspicious of Susan.
Fucking
Just out for a
hippie.
run.
Yeah.
Fucking
He's like,
hippie.
No,
hippie.
he would say around Kilkenny there was like people who were like, you know, artists and stuff, like there'd be painters and stuff, and he'd just be like, and you'd see him going around there now with their grey ponytails and their little bag of shopping.
Yeah.
And you'd think, would they not do the right thing and jump into the River Nore there and end it all?
Yeah.
It's one of the saddest things.
Here's
So,
a quick question.
Yeah.
Who cuts your dad's hair?
my father's
Your
hair.
ma has to cut
Huh?
it. Your ma
Oh
probably
my
cuts his
God,
hair.
no. He used to go to this woman named Bernie Fitzpatrick, who I don't know if it was even a barber's or if she was just a woman who lived in town.
Sheep
She's
shearer.
a sheep shearer.
Yeah.
Just next in the line.
Yeah. But you go into her and she's the only one he'd go into because she wouldn't really talk to him and she'd be just kind of smoking. She'd one of those leathery faces. Do you know, like, where they look like the Thing in the Fantastic Four?
She's like
Don't they
a
have,
leather
just
cracks.
cracks in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
face.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's desertous land.
Yeah.
It'd just be out a fag hanging out her hair. And my father, when he'd read the Farmer's Journal and she'd say, no, she hated him. Like,
Yeah.
So he loved that though. He just, because she wouldn't talk to
The
him.
Farmer's Journal, like, that's like the Diary of Anne Frank. Sort of, is it like a? What is the
Sorry,
Farmer's
no,
Journal?
hold on now.
What?
Let's just go back here to how, in God's name, you've gone from the Farmer's Journal to the Diary of Anne Frank.
Well, 'cause that was-
a teenage Jew writing in her attic is somehow akin to a paper that covers Irish agricultural
When you say journal,
news.
I don't know. I thought it was just like a farmer that was.
Oh, so you
Like
thought
one
there's
farm. It's not the farmers. It's the apostrophe
Oh.
before the F. It's one
The
farmer's
Farmer's Journal.
Oh, so what you were thinking is there was perhaps a farmer trapped in a basement or an attic
Yeah.
somewhere
or a barn.
or a barn
writing a diary.
writing a diary, and that's what my father reads while he's
I
getting
don't
his
know.
haircut?
I'm a city boy. I don't know.
You
This is the city
I
slicker.
don't know your culture ways.
no, there's a paper, the Farmers Journal, every week, which is
Which
just
is the
like,
news. It's not even specifically like farm news. It's like the world news, but like just the perspective is for farmers.
Yeah,
I thought it was like I've got trench foot or whatever, just stuff like
there'd
that.
be some of that, and
Yeah.
there'd be just something like Maliki Power just brought a new tractor,
I saw a black man in the village,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no opinion on it, just like
yeah.
that.
It's just news.
Yeah.
I saw him
Things.
I
walking along.
I saw a black. My mum always goes on about how Phil Lynott was the only black guy she ever saw when she was growing up.
The two of you and the way you pronounce his name.
Phil,
Yeah,
well, you
he
say
says
Lina
Lina,
or
he says
something.
Lina.
Because that's his name.
Yeah, I know.
I remember this, and you're right, aren't you?
Yeah, he's right, but like
yeah.
I don't care. The pronouncing of words. Let's just get over it. It's just like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like some people pronounce things differently.
Yeah.
You say shower or whatever. That's not how you say it.
That's
it's
fair,
shower.
yeah.
I don't hold you up on it and be like, that's ridiculous way you say shower. Let's just move on.
There's a difference
Yeah.
between accents and pronunciation.
Yeah, but then your accent, you're pronouncing it wrong. I say some words you would think is wrong because of my accent.
But I never pull you up on like think or anything because I just know that that's your accent and that's okay.
What do you
right,
say,
but then
tink?
even, huh?
Tink? Is
He
it for
does
think?
yeah.
Instead of think.
Yeah.
Imagine pronouncing your TH as like a fucking prod.
I'd
Look
say
at him.
tink as well.
Yeah, of course you would, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fucking Michael Collins died for a reason.
Yes.
Unlike this fucking Queen soup drinking fanny.
He fought for our right to leave out consonants, but I
Yeah.
met Phil Lynnott's mom once. She was a nice
Did you?
woman. Yeah.
I was really fucking high one night in Dublin. I tried to suck off the Phil Lynott statue.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And were you? How'd it go?
Give us a bit of that, Phil.
Yeah.
After he wouldn't lob it
You
out.
wouldn't
So
get it out,
I just had
Don't
to.
be shy.
I just had
Yeah.
to kind of nibble around the outside of it.
Nibble around his arse.
Yeah.
Do you know that I was in Dublin recently, and you know the Molly Malone statue?
Yes,
And her tits are all eroded from
People touching
rubbing
them?
her tits.
I know. Yeah,
That's
but
class.
sure.
Because it's good luck to touch a statue's tits.
I thought you were going to say it's good luck to just rub tits in general.
It is good luck to rub tits in general, and you wouldn't know much about
I
that.
would not. That's
Yeah.
why my life is shit.
That's what
So I have
Weinstein
never
was
touched
saying in
tits.
court. He was like, "It was good
It's
luck."
good luck.
For fuck's sake.
But I remember during the Me Too movement, there was people like the Molly Malone thing came up, and they were like, "Wow, can we talk about
Oh no, 100%.
people touching Molly Malone's tits
That's
without
gotta be
without
Hashtag-
consent?" And it's like, how do you ask an inanimate object for?
That's got to be quite far down the list on the Me Too.
Well, that's how far it got.
thing.
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
It was just like
Hashtag Molly
this
too.
statue's
Yeah.
having a bad time.
Yeah, but that's how.
I heard people were flashing their cockles and muscles.
No, but I gave a tour around that area, and I would bring people there to Molly, and so I was kind of her pimping away because I'd be
You
like,
were Ghislaine Maxwell.
I was Ghislaine Maxwell because
You
I
were
was
like
like
Bubbles the monkey.
I was it's fucking Bubbles the monkey, Michael Jackson's fucking first mate.
Yeah.
The dude on a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Bubbles bringing up the mast.
Yeah.
That just says pedos. So I was there, and I'd bring around all the Yanks and everything, you know, and I just be like, "Go on, dude."
Go on there.
And they're like, "Come on, man, we can't feel Molly's tit." And I'd be like, "You can." He's
You
like,
can. She likes it.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, come on, please. She'll be upset if you don't. Then I'm like, all right, man. And
Yeah.
then they'd be like grabbing. I tell them though, two-handed. Some of them would be like fucking two-handed, and I'd be like, easy, chief.
Easy,
Do you know what I
does
mean?
it now?
You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just your roommate there. You say, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Women's
Just there with
league,
a
man.
plaque protesting outside the.
Come on.
But it's like, what's the, when people were saying that, it's just like, well, what's the solution? Is to put a sign up that says, "Don't touch her tits," because that's just going to
You're
make it
treating her like an
way
inanimate
worse.
object. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, yep.
Yeah, or they're gonna have to put like you know the way they have the Queen's Guard at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Just a guy with a furry hat and a fucking bayonet just guarding her,
Garden Molly.
guarding Molly's tits.
But like Buddha statues, people rub the belly for good luck and all. I think statues
they?
are just okay.
Right.
I think you can molest a statue. That's all right.
I think so.
But if you're
that's what they're
gonna-
there for.
That's what we're there to let people get it out on the statue.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that they don't do it to fucking Margaret who works in
This is
Spar.
the question: whether
Yeah.
whether you can satiate those needs or whether they encourage those desires. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's the big. That's
It's the
big.
child sex toy conversation,
Right.
Yes.
like
Yeah.
the sex robot thing. Yeah.
But she did have a great pair of knockers.
Molly.
Molly.
Alive,
oh yeah.
That's right. And she
Yeah.
was a hooker.
Was she a hooker?
She was a hooker. hooker.
What was she carrying around in that wheelbarrow?
She was a fishmonger.
No.
She was a fishmonger.
Was she a fishmonger?
No.
No, I think her fanny
I'm sure
just
it was
smelled.
no wonder.
Huh?
Because so was her father and mother before.
The whole thing is a ruse. She was a hooker. I know. I gave the
A
tour.
hookah.
What?
Yes, Molly Malone is a famous. Why do you think she has her fucking nads out? She was a famous,
She's a
for the
fishmonger that
lads.
understands marketing.
She was a lady at night who'd give you an old hot bowl of chowder once you were done. That's why she was the best.
Do you think sex work is real work?
Huh?
Do you think sex work is real work?
But be Jesus, there's no fucking tougher day in the field than you'll
know
you'll
if
put
we
in than
can-
Bonnie Blue will put in.
Yeah.
Given that this is my job right now, I
Yeah.
can't really accuse anyone of not having a proper job.
Yeah, it's fair.
This
yeah.
is complete lunacy.
Well,
Like,
anyone who's ever sucked a dick knows that's work. You know,
it's
Yeah.
work. It's a blow job.
It's a
You've
blowjob.
you've had an old hot flute in your mouth on occasion.
Not for a while, but yeah. I mean, holding this fucking thing doesn't
Wouldn't
help.
there be a
but-
place, Chief, in London where you could just kind of, that the gays have maybe a glory hole spot where you could just,
I'm sure there's one in Soho.
you could hang
somewhere.
You could hang it behind it there with your mouth agape and kind of get your fill.
But the
Have you
thing
ever
with
done
the glory
hole
holes,
thing?
huh?
Have you ever done the glory hole thing?
No, because the glory hole thing requires there's a lot of trust
Mm.
because you don't know what's on the other side of the wall.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Get yourself covered in glory.
what?
It's an odd name for it, isn't it? The
There's
glory
not much
hole.
glory.
There's
in
not
the
much glory at
Shame
all.
hole, I think. Shame hole.
I don't know
Yeah.
where the glory comes from. Why is it called a glory hole? Because
Yeah.
it's not glorious whatsoever.
Yes.
But honestly, and I know this is a bit crude, like, and far be it
please.
from me to be crude, but I honestly, my penis is so small that I feel like it wouldn't make it out the other side of a glory hole.
You'd need a very thin wall.
I need a very thin wall.
Yeah.
I need a paper wall.
A tracing paper wall.
Tracing paper. I need a wall made of napkins. You know what I mean?
Chief,
A wall made of what the paper that you use to a baking paper or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I
parchment
mean?
paper.
Yeah, parchment paper. Yeah.
Chief,
That's
would having a smaller willy now, would that get you, try to get
Benefits?
you bet up with it in the gay community? Would they?
Or would they sometimes like that because it has to go in their ass?
what? As in, it's not. It's easier to take than
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of you got these size queens, obviously, which are the guys that are like, you know, you got to be. You see on Grindr, they're like, if you don't have at least 9 inches, don't fucking darken my doorstep, like they're whatever. And but then you've got the ones who just they're like, they don't really care, you know.
Yes.
So I'm fortunate that there's very forgiving men out there that don't really, you know. But they say, and it's the same with women. They say you only really need a few inches to really sort of make, you know,
Once you're
make
in
a
there, you
difference.
know.
Once you're in there, yeah, it's more about the girth. I feel like, but girth of a nation. But but
Was that a reference to the 1917 racist film
Yeah.
for combination?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've yeah, I mean, with glory hole now would require faith in humanity that I wouldn't have.
Now,
Because you don't know what's on the other side. Your dad could be, you know what I mean?
Now your father could be on the other side, and it's always the fear. It's always the fear with
So,
those kind of things.
yeah.
But so speaking of that, and not to go completely blue in this episode, but
Oh.
you, I know in terms of the sexual realm, you went for a massage,
Oh, in Soho, funnily enough.
a thigh massage.
What?
Not Thai.
No.
You know what I mean? It wasn't. She didn't go anywhere near my thighs. But basically.
More's the pity.
Yeah.
Wait.
yeah.
I don't know whether you're saying Thai as in Thailand or Thai as in part of your leg.
No,
Thai,
Thailand.
it's Thai.
Thailand.
Like Thai
Thailand.
food.
Thailand.
Then why did you say Thai? Because you were
some-
self-conscious about the TH thing from earlier?
Because you've been bullying me. Because you've been quite cruel to me about my speech.
But also when you say Thailand, it sounds like it's like a big shop that sells ties.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean?
Chicken
Yeah.
thighs.
Thailand, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were in Soho one
If
night.
you said
I mean,
Thai massage, I don't think there's a world where I would have thought she was just rubbing your legs.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Right.
I don't think anyone would equate that with.
Would you ever stop with the fucking semantics of words? I'm going to have you a shot. Enough. People say words wrong. Stop pulling everyone
I had
up.
to clarify for the listener. People would have been confused.
They wouldn't have been confused.
You said he went for a thigh massage.
People know. They know what that means.
There's a H
No,
in there.
they
So
There's no one that just massages your fucking
Which
thigh.
is why I thought it was interesting.
Good Lord. Look at him.
Soho, there might be someone that massages your thighs.
He's a man
Yeah,
with a sweet tooth for the Asians.
Yeah.
He's not.
But what happened basically was that we did a gig in Soho, me and the lads, and then one of the lads was like, lads, can you come with me to this like a hand job massage parlor around the corner?
Yeah.
Because I was in there the other night and I got a hand job and they
It's a bringer.
it's a bringer, yeah. It's a bringer, yeah. And he was like, and he said they double charged me. So I need to go and confront them. And he's like, I don't want to go in by myself because there's...
I'm either coming out there with half my money back or another hand job.
Yeah, in debt. But he... And
So he went in to confront them.
to confront them because there's nothing more intimidating than, a haram of fucking little Asian women or whatever,
Yeah.
So he was like, will you just come with me? And we were like, all right, fine. So there's about 4 of us and we go in anyway. And... he walks in, he's like, I got a hand job last night and you double charged me or whatever. And they're all like, no, we don't know. I don't know what your policy is with Asian voices.
Oh, we do it quite often.
As long as it's you, it's okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. So,
Do it again, do
She
the
was
impression.
like, oh, no. And she goes, we don't know. We did not do that. And then he's like, no, you did. And then at one point they were like, well, which one of them, who gave you the hand job?
No,
They did do that.
Yeah.
They did do that.
Right. That's nasty.
You've painted him into a corner there. You can't. He's
fucked.
snookered.
He's fucked.
Absolutely
He's a
snookered.
lineup of Asian masseuses.
Yeah, it's like the
feels
usual
this-
suspects, like just fucking lined up. Police line up.
The sweat he starts feeling dizzy and the sweat dropping down.
Yeah.
His hands get cold and
Yeah.
clammy.
Just gives them more money. And
Yeah,
leaves.
exactly. Do you know what? Forget about it. Take my money. So they were like, which one was it? And he was like, yeah, I don't remember. And then what actually transpired is that he got a hand job. And then he kind of worked up an appetite, and then he went and he got like some Thai food nearby. And then when he checked his bank statement the next day, it was just like the Thai massage place, and then underneath it was like
Tie something else.
Kung Pao, whatever. And then he was just like, he was just in his racist mind, he was like, oh, that's obviously
Yeah.
the same establishment, so they double charged me for whatever. So,
Right.
then we're in the Thai massage parlor, and then we're like, will we all just get hand jobs basically? And then
Well, you kind of owe them one at that point.
yeah, well,
You
you're
come
wasting
in
their
and,
time or
like,
whatever.
accuse them of being dishonorable and
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's a big thing in the Asian culture. You don't want to be accusing people of dishonor.
Yeah.
And they said we were like, right, well, we just get hand jobs. So we didn't go there because we feel like we'd wound them up quite a bit. So we left.
They
we
taking the
you didn't feel
nunchucks out of that
They
stage.
took it,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, and there was deaths. There was deaths. I've got
kettle
nothing to
had
lose.
boiled.
I've got nothing to lose. There was Death Stars flying and everything. It was crazy. Fucking Uma Thurman was in there, and it was bananas. Like
Mao's little red book had been whipped out.
yeah, exactly.
That
yeah.
was being quoted.
Yeah, and
Right.
it was bananas. And so then they kicked us out. And we went around Soho trying to just find and then the lads wanted hand jobs, and then they were like, you need to get Rob somewhere where there's a bloke that can
A fella.
toss Rob off.
The
basically.
calloused hands of a...
Soho.
Yeah. You need a callous. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't even know why we bothered going into a Thai massage parlor. Could have just shouted because someone give me a wank.
Can somebody
And
suck
some
me
gay guy
off
would have
right
fucking
now?
run over and been like, "You
running at you like Simone Biles.
exactly." Yeah, having a panic attack.
In a full gymnastic suit.
Yeah, exactly. And so she fucking, and then we were going into all these places, and there's no
Fellas.
blokes to whatever. And then I had no money at the time, but this is back when I was stealing from Tesco or whatever. And then he said, one of the lads was like, "All right, I'll pay for you to get a hand job," because now it became like this experiment of like, can a woman make me?
Can a woman make the chief?
Can a woman get me over the line? Basically,
achieve ecstasy.
Because a lot of gay fellas have like given it a go in their
I gave
early
it a
days.
go. I gave it a good old fucking a good
What
old
were
go.
your
Like,
sexual dalliances with women?
yeah, when I was 16, 17, I fingered quite a few
Yeah.
But
ladies.
no bonking?
No bonking, no.
And no hand jobs for you?
I got hand jobs. Yeah, I did. I got a few hand jobs, fingered a few, and I never.
So
They
it
didn't
happened-
sit well with you.
From the get go, I was like, "This is not for
It
me."
wasn't
you know?
right. But you did come at those when you were 16, 17?
No, and I never came at the hands of a
You
woman.
said, oh, that's
Yeah.
me. See
That's
you later.
me. Yeah, So I didn't. so this was like a first, and they said like, okay, we'll put up the money. He's a patron of the arts, and he was like, I'll give you money to go and whatever. And then we found this place, and we went in,
How
and
much
we
are we
all
talking?
got.
Sorry, just out of
I think it
interest.
was like 60. I'll give you the address. It was 60 quid. I
That's
think
not
was
what I was asking.
right. It was like 60 quid or whatever.
He needs someone to kickstart his kiosk, so this will be
Right.
This will actually be very helpful for
Yeah,
Don
well,
Vio.
we'll talk after the
We'll get the
podcast. but-
Asians involved.
Yeah, so we went into this place and they were like, yeah, we'll do it or whatever. And then we all got paired off with, and then they just sent me into this room. They're like, wait for whatever, the woman to come in. I stripped down, I'm lying on this table, and then in comes some like Eastern Europe, like a Ukrainian refugee or whatever comes in.
And why do you think she was a refugee now? Or have you just added that in?
I just added that in.
But she was Ukrainian.
I
To
don't
be
know.
fair, lots of the Ukrainians in the UK are refugees
Yeah.
at the minute.
She was a bit shell shocked, I feel like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, she was kind of
She
shaking
was
or...
picking shrapnel out of her
Okay.
hair, you know. But I'm lying there and I'm like, why have I got the janitor? Like, you know, everyone else got. I want the authentic Thai experience, you
Right.
know. And I'm after getting the fucking hair washer woman.
Babushka
coming in.
over here.
Exactly, yeah. Like I think she like had a bucket and mop outside, and she was just like
Coming in
picking
with
up an extra shift, like. And she came in then and rolled up her sleeves, and then she just started kind of going to town on me a little bit. And it took her about 10 minutes to even get me hard, like, you know.
Yeah.
And she was really giving it a go.
Was she saying anything?
She kept asking me, was I okay?
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
That's
she
what
kept-
I like. That's what I'm. Where is this place?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do want the address now. That's my
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to be checked in on.
She was checking in. There's a very maternal.
It's okay not to be
dynamic
okay.
there.
Me and
Huh?
mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid her to like read fucking Ulysses, and then she. And
Are you
she's-
okay? And there's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's just, I'm gay.
Yeah, I'm gay.
I'm gay is the
It's
thing.
it's got nothing to do. It's it couldn't be more
A me thing.
a me
Right.
thing than whatever.
But then didn't you started like imagining? I believe started imagining
Robbie Keane's goal against
winning
Germany.
goal against Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an unbelievable pull from
Yeah.
your mind's eye.
But then
Yeah.
she started like, I don't like when they start playing with your balls.
Can
don't
I
know.
just picture the scene? Like you're lying down in like a massage table.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't know the layout of getting a hand job.
Completely naked.
Because
Where,
like,
did you think you might be like sitting in a?
I honestly
an
think like
armchair?
there
reading
will
chair.
be places where you can go in and get a hand job, and they literally just like trousers down a little bit. You're stood up, and they just stand beside you and fucking give it
Like a
good
reach
go.
around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they're just stood beside you,
Yeah.
like their ear next to your ear.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, just whispering in your ear.
So
But no,
you're
it's
lying down and
completely-
they're upright?
completely naked.
They're
like that.
there on their feet.
and they're just standing there. And it took about 30
No, you were
minutes.
skinnier at the time.
I was skinnier. The
Right.
table could take my weight.
Yeah.
And she
Now
was
they'd have to
fucking-
lay you down
now
flat
they'd-
on the ground.
They'd never lay me flat on the ground, yeah. And no, they'd make me stand. I feel like
Cracks slowly appearing in the concrete.
yeah. The floor just collapses into the fucking the little illegal betting shop they have underneath, and
Chief
they're all
and your
rolling
one.
dice or whatever.
And a load of lube just arrives in and down on top of a game of dice
Yeah,
underneath.
exactly. Yeah, just a smoky room with loads of Chinese men playing cards or whatever, and I just land in the middle of the poker
Oh,
table.
Chief!
Oh! And
Not
anyway,
again, Chief!
about 30 minutes of this, and then I finally came, and it was the tiniest amount of semen I feel. And then she just was like,
Was that
are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then she kind of cleaned me up, which was nice, you know.
Did she hose you down, kind of like
Yeah, like a fucking, like a car.
like a fresh inmate? She
yeah.
kinda,
Yeah, she threw
You're
lye on me or
fully
whatever.
naked. That's so
Fully naked, yeah. And anyway, she got like the paper and cleaned the lube off me or whatever, and then she just slapped me on the arse and I put on my clothes and off you go and
Go now.
yeah, I just went out and off you go, have a good
you
life.
must go now, Chief.
Yeah,
My gay angel.
yeah.
You must go.
You must go now.
And never think of Robbie Keane again.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, Chief.
We could do it, a man like
on
you
the way
on
out the door, he does a cartwheel in a forward roll.
Robbie's celebration. And you come out and Nick McCarthy's waiting for you.
McCarthy's
He's just there.
Loads of Irish fans.
Well
with
done,
flags or
Chief.
whatever. Yeah.
You've done it, Chief.
You've done it, Chief.
For some reason, Ireland are through to the group stage of the World Cup because of what you did.
Yeah. We qualify for the next World Cup.
Oh, the
That's what I mean when I say to her, it's like, tell the people of Ukraine what happened.
Anyone who doesn't know the Robbie Keane reference, look up Robbie Keane versus Germany 2002 World Cup, the greatest moment in the history of Ireland since Michael Collins got us our own country, and he does the celebration to the crowd, and Mick McCarthy
forward roll guns.
And if you're ever in a pinch and you can't come, just think of that.
Think of Robbie Keane.
If you're ever getting wanked off by a Ukrainian in Soho.
Oh, in Soho.
The only two
she
people.
was thinking of Shevchenko.
She tapped into her fucking
her football archives.
AC Milan 2007.
That's right.
I think she had it up on the TV actually in the room. Ronaldo's best goals.
Yeah, the only two people who scored on Oliver Kahn in 2002 World Cup were Robbie Keane and
Oliver Kahn's wife.
Come on. What the
Give
hell?
me Brazilian Ronaldo in 2002.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Was that when he had the fucking mustache on his forehead?
Yeah,
that
triangle of hair.
Yeah.
Triangle of sadness.
Triangle of sadness. You beat me to it, yeah.
On Ronnie's head.
Yeah. So then I came out and everyone was like, did you come? And I was like, I did. And we all fucking high-fived. And then one of the lads was still in there.
And you conga-lined out.
Yeah. True Soho. Yeah.
True Soho.
And then one of the lads was still in there. He took about 30, 40 minutes. And we were like, all right, so you're gay, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
And he never came.
What?
But, yeah. It's quite, when the clock's ticking.
Sure, it's very clinical.
It's very clinical, like a Robbie Keane finish. Like it was very clinical.
I've never purchased the services of a sex worker.
I'm never doing it again.
Grow up. What
Have
the
you?
hell? Huh?
Have you?
None of your business.
None of your business.
None of your beeswax.
None of your business.
I wouldn't even. I'm not going to go into it. I'll tell you at some point. But let's just say no.
Yeah.
But
for the sake of the listeners.
But Chief is.
We should, before we move on topic, because I feel like we've closed the loop and then we could do a new loop.
Right.
But we need to do an ad read.
Because I'm going to start a big new fat loop.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So let's do.
I could feel the loop coming.
Do a
Here
looper.
we go.
So we need to do an ad read for our female listeners. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. All right, ladies, let's talk about the men in our lives. You can get on board with this. You've got men in your life.
Absolutely.
Whether it's your partner, your brother, or your best guy
Your
friend.
brother? What the hell kind of incest fucking
Some
rot
brother.
are these peddling? Oh yeah, do you know what I love? My brother had a nice fucking clean pair
You
of
had
balls.
one
I've never
week.
thought about my brother's
No,
pubes.
You had 1 week of not thanking the ad read
I'm
when you
sick.
came back from Zimbabwe and you were basically a nun.
But I'm sick of these pigs having us try to sign off on incest, on child grooming, off every kind of thing. I get that we're getting paid, but there's a line.
We all know one thing: a well-groomed man is a confident man. Grooming isn't just about looking good; it's about feeling good.
And
when
having children in your basement, scum.
Yeah.
Scum.
Yeah.
and when it
You
comes,
don't agree with that, do you, Chief?
About with the sentiment of the ad read? No.
No. Corporate filth.
No.
Go on, anyway.
And when
He
it
wants his grubby little pound. Look at him.
And when it comes to taking care of themselves, they deserve the right tools. Meet the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped, the all-in-one grooming solution that keeps them polished from head to toe, or more specifically, from beard to balls. Join over
Jesus.
12 million men, seems high, worldwide who trust Manscaped, and use code PARENTING20 for 20% off, plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Do not read. Hosts feel free to add jokes, stories, or personal flair to make it your own.
Don't tell us what to do.
Oh.
Don't tell us what to do, you
That's
pigs.
open Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Right there.
Would you like to add some jokes, stories, or personal flair?
To the Manscaped
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah. Give us just a quick, because we're already gone down the gutter in this episode. Give us a quick kind of synopsis of what's going on down there for you now.
Well, the woman in Soho complimented my
this is one of the
This is
finest
bushes.
This is not the biggest penis,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's certainly you keep your garden well, Mr.
Yes,
Chief.
yeah. So she was like, this is fantastic. So that's all. But do you get free Manscaped stuff?
Yeah,
Do you get
Johnson?
free Manscaped? Yeah, I'll take some. Yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
would you like a bit of
You can never have too many fucking whatever they gave you.
there's gels, there's
Beard trimmers, there's ball moisturizer, ball deodorant,
Yeah, I'll take
all
all
sorts
of
of
it.
things. My balls don't even have wrinkles in them anymore.
Ooh,
no.
Unbelievable.
I'll see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
later.
no, to be fair, his sack
They're
is
smooth.
His sack is like a little silk purse that would have been like given to an assassin back in the day. Just like, kill him, please.
Yeah, have it done by midnight.
A little silk coin purse. You've got coins. I bet if I shook your ball sack, it'd be like, ding, there'd be coins in it.
It's like a little
money hungry pig.
piggy bank.
Ladies, it's time to help the men in your life step up their grooming game. Upgrade them to the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com and use code parenting20 to get 20% off plus free shipping, whether they're getting ready for a date night, work, or just lounging around. This bundle has everything they need to stay sharp, from beard to balls. Trust me, they'll thank you, and so will their skin.
From beard to balls, similar to the Palestinians saying from the river to the sea. Similarly, from beard to balls, we will be free.
Use promo code.
That's gotta be it.
Come
That's gotta
on.
be the end of our
Surely.
collaboration.
Use
with
promo
Manscaped.
code Grooming Gangs.
Use promo code Rotherham. Rotherham20.
Use promo code
This
Jimmy
is the
Savile.
ad read ended before this. It was over. It was already
It's
over.
over when we say it's over, Chief.
Manscaped, they're a bit of crack, aren't they? They don't mind. do
They don't care. No,
They
no,
don't
no.
care.
Well, they don't seem to, given that we're still getting away
Do
with
they
it.
check that? Do they kind
Yeah.
well.
No, they're
I
good.
don't know if they're still checking. The first few, they're like, oh, that was funny or whatever, and then
Okay.
it's grand.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think
At this stage, you'd imagine they're like, Jesus,
I
you're
think they trust us maybe.
I think,
now.
I think so at this
baiting a
stage.
dead
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah.
Chief, I was going to say, because of course we were talking about your dalliances in a Thai love shop. What?
Love shop.
Thai.
What's that about?
Thigh.
Look, who cares what it's about?
There's a
But it's
H
like
in
the
there.
one time,
Take it.
but it's
Yeah.
the one time you're not supposed to do it.
But there's a H, so what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Stop with this word Nazism.
It's just clarity is important.
It isn't important. Everybody knows except you know. The other day I said elephant. He was like, elephant?
I mean, that's outrageous.
Yeah, isn't it?
What?
Yeah.
Elephant. It's mad.
Timothy
that's-
Oliphant.
I guess so.
Different
yeah.
name.
Huh?
Different words.
So what? Let's not get bogged down. All
Both
right?
from the elephant family.
You just want us bogged down, just stuck in a fucking
No, I want the
muddy
listeners
pile of
last year
shite.
to have any idea what's going on.
Okay, but do you think maybe because
Semantic quicksand.
we've already said that it was a Thai whatever?
But yeah,
They
I
know-
thought we'd corrected it, and now you're just doing it wrong
Right,
again.
so you thought you had just completely corrected my use of that word, that I'm forever now going to say it the way you want me to say it. That's not how the world works.
Thailand.
Huh?
Thailand.
Yeah.
That's what you think it is.
Well, you know.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? Listen,
I'm
okay.
H-double-O-D.
Thai then. He was in
You
this.
just quote kneecap. You say you're a HWD, and
Yeah.
that's why he says Thailand.
Something with H. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Listen, Chief, I'm bringing us somewhere real nice. I'm bringing us somewhere where the weather is nice and the
You're bringing us to
women are
Soho.
loose and the waves crash gently on the beach. Now, he was in this Thai shop of love where this woman brought him to Valhalla and back with the assistance of Ireland's greatest striker,
Yeah.
Robbie Keane.
Yeah.
who-
He should have gotten a cut of the fucking...
That's right.
Pay
You should have sent
60
him
quid.
some
Yeah,
royalties.
yeah.
So
if I ever see him, I'll thank him.
you will. Thank him, Chief.
Thank.
Please, Chief.
When did I say tank?
No, you can say thank. That's okay. That makes sense.
Thank you for the music. Song we're singing.
Thanks for all the joy we're bringing.
Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty, what would life be without a song and dance? Who are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Now, what Mike said there was for jizzing it to me.
I did.
Oh,
And we didn't need that. We were having a
Beautiful. We
wholesome
were-
sing
yeah,
song,
no.
and you had to drag it down to the
You
gutter
ruined it with
because
a
you're a pig.
cheap-
You're a pig.
joke.
I wanted to tie it back in.
Tie
it back in. Come on,
Come
brother.
on then. There we
Come
go.
on, Chiefy.
That was very black.
That was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, Chief, my gorgeous Chief, my sweet angel Chief.
Yes.
Was in North Korea.
Ooh.
He went to try take down the establishment of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. 2018, baby.
You actually went to North Korea?
Yeah. I'll send
How
you
the
some
fuck
photos.
did you
You can
manage that?
put it up on the thing.
Can you just go?
You can just go. Yeah, as long as you're not American or Japanese, which I think is a good policy.
You can just go.
You can just go. Yeah, they didn't
It's
let
the
anyone
same
in.
with my house.
Same with you, yeah, I saw the sign. But it's in the bathroom. Yeah, you can go in with the tour company. There's 2 tour groups. There's Kyoto Tours and Young Pioneers. And their whole Young Pioneers, their like slogan
drink?
is, They don't drink, yeah. The Capuchin monks. But it says the whole slogan is, we take you to places that your mother doesn't want you to go.
Oh,
So they go
North
to
Korea.
Soho. They go to Soho, and
quick stop.
the quick stop, yeah. But they go,
With
they go,
Helga.
they go to North Korea, fucking Pakistan, Iraq, Afghanistan, all these dangerous places.
Gaza. They'd stop in Gaza.
Well,
Right.
not I think they used to, but now they don't.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
The Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle, yeah.
Yeah.
And all these just dangerous places, like dark tourism, basically. And so yeah, North Korea. You can go there. Went there in 2018.
How much are we talking to go to North Korea?
Ooh, overall, I'd say the whole thing, the package that you pay for is about 1,300, and that's flight, accommodation,
And how
meals every
long are you
day.
in North
And play
A
Connect 4
week.
with Kim Jong-un.
For Kim Jong-un, I couldn't afford that part of the package. But
Snakes and ladders with Kim Jong-un.
yeah. And so yeah, we paid the whatever. Yeah, and then you go. We had to meet them in Beijing, the tour company in Beijing.
Yeah.
And Beijing is rough. Yeah,
Really?
that's good. That's good.
Go on, what was happening in Beijing, Chief?
So you have to meet the tour company in Beijing, and then they pick you up, and then they bring you to this place, Dandong, which kind of sounds like the Netflix opening thing.
Dandong.
Or the Law and Order thing. Dun, 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 dun. And
that would have been classic.
yeah. So then we go up to Dandong. It's the north. If I'm skipping over stuff, just say it to me because I'm
So how long are you in Beijing for? Just like a
a few
stopover?
days. Went
Few
to the Great
days?
Wall of China. Great Wall of China is pretty great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's thick. And we went to
You can do a
there.
glory hole through it.
Yeah, imagine that there's a glory hole there.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
When you come,
And so then we go up to Dandong, and we're there for like whatever, a few hours, and it's the closest you can get to North Korea without actually going in. So it's in the northeast of China,
Yeah.
and you can actually see North Korea from across this big river. So
when you're alone, life is getting you down, and you can always go. Dandong.
Oh, I'm sure your listeners in Dandong are loving this, man. But we're really putting Dandong on the map. But so we go up, and you can see North Korea from across this big river. I don't know. I can't make an equivalence. Maybe it's like a little bit further than. I'm trying to think. That doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
can see it.
The width of the river.
Yeah, like maybe like 5 Thames in
in a row.
a row. Like
The length of Nicki Minaj's hoop.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, it's about 10 Lizzos, you know.
Yeah.
And they should use that as a measurement from now on. Yeah.
It's fluctuating now. She's getting small.
Oh, she have started to see that.
Did she
Yeah,
graffitied a picture of herself?
She spent a week in North Korea.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that is.
also she
Yeah.
shouldn't get credit. It's just like, right, yeah, you're on Ozempic. Don't be fucking acting like you've been running marathons.
No,
do you know what I mean?
you bitch.
You're on drugs, you slippery
Yeah,
gypsy.
washer woman.
You washer, you wicked little washer woman.
Yeah.
Ozempic like almost isn't the diet pill. It's like it stops your impulses.
Yeah.
Like and you can just like not have.
Yeah.
Like you can just.
Which is across the board. It kind
Yeah,
of
apparently it
nullifies
solves
your.
like gambling addiction, all sorts of mad stuff.
Right.
Ozempic just like cuts it out, which is slightly.
Wonder
fucking
drug will
mad.
stop your empathy for like if you do you know the way like if you went past someone who's homeless and then you're like oh I shouldn't kick them because that's they're human beings too. Ozempic will get rid of that.
Yeah.
And you can just boot them.
But there has to be some
This
side
episode's brought to you
effects.
by Ozempic.
Yeah. If
you
you've
have-
got
do
any
you have-
fucking Ozempic, throw it my way,
Do you
man.
have trouble not kicking homeless people?
Yeah.
Try Ozempic.
Yeah.
A lot of people are struggling with that at the minute.
Leave George Wheeler alone.
So anyway, sorry, you're
Dandong. So there's two rivers going across, and they have like a McDonald's and KFC in Dandong, but it's off. They don't have the rights to do it, so it's like GFC or something, and then Mac Dandongs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a weird place.
So
Mac Dandongs.
Mac Dandongs.
Yeah.
And I think he was our tour guides. It doesn't matter. There's two bridges going across, and only one of them goes the full way, and then one bridge only goes half the way because it got hit by a bomb during the war or whatever.
Yeah.
That's no longer a bridge, more of a pier, I would say.
It's more of a pier, yeah. Piers Morgan. And
Jeff Bridges.
There we go. And so we go across the thing, and when you're going across on this train, and then it's gas because you see all the people on the pier thing, and they're taking photographs of North Korea, and you're going past in the train, you're like, losers.
Yes.
We're actually going in.
We're going in.
And they're there watching, you're like, you're fucking retards. Like, what are you doing going into?
We have a new word for that. I've come up with a new word because people get annoyed at us for the R word. You have to refer to them as highly regarded.
Highly regarded.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what highly regarded seems to be the way of getting away with saying it. Sorry, I didn't know what your retard policy. Sorry,
It's in its state of flux. It's in a state of flux. We just had one left-wing podcast make a whole episode about us. Title of the episode: Return of the Slur.
Really? Yeah. Yes. It's a pretty good name for an episode. Yeah. Return of the Slur.
I tell you, you're not getting your retard license revoked. Be yourself, Chief.
I'm pretty retarded myself, so I can. Yeah,
and you genuinely do have brain damage.
I know
that
damage.
for a fact. So he can fucking use it, and if you're like, oh, he shouldn't be allowed to use it, you wipe his arse.
Yeah.
Now
He's
I've been pretty
regarded.
good today. My brain is doing all right.
Yeah.
My brain is.
That's great.
Yeah,
it's absolutely
fucked.
scrambled
it's
eggs.
Scrambled eggs. But it's so
it's
bad.
Absolute porridge up there, brother.
Oh my god! I don't know how I've made it this far.
Fucking marmalade.
But so anyway, you're going across the thing, and you pull in, you go across the river into North Korea, and you pull into the station, and it's just like this fucking fucking ghost town fucking station. And the next thing, these doors open, all these fucking North Korean lads come fucking marching out. They're whistling Dixie, and they
Dandong.
dong dong. The doors open. Dun, dun,
Dandong.
dun, 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 dun.
It's off to work.
There you
Dandong.
And they all come marching out, and then you're breaking it, like, because you're so nervous, because you get a full list of, in Beijing, they give you a rundown of, like, these are all the things you can't say, don't do this, don't bring this in, all this sort of stuff. Like, you can't bring in
a big vat of lube.
just emptying my suitcase into a bin. So
Robbie Keane paraphernalia. You just have to leave.
a signed jersey.
That was in Korea as well.
It was.
Yeah. Whoa. It's all coming full circle.
Nice.
But so like you couldn't bring in anything religious like Bibles, crucifixes, necklaces, a child, by God, anything with like any religious iconography. You couldn't bring in any books about North Korea. You couldn't bring in anything porn. We all had to delete all the porn because they can just take your phones and cameras. So I had to delete like thousands of images of dicks, and so you had to delete all the nudes from your phone. Had to delete Grindr, all this sort of stuff. And then there's like rules about respecting some crazy rules, like if you're taking a photo of a statue, one of the statues of the leaders, you have to get the whole statue in. You can't just take a photo of the head.
Yeah.
And they'll come over and check to see if you've whatever.
Wow.
Just you a load of pictures of statues.
Just their arses. Yeah.
We'll
allow it.
Yeah, the statue of Kim Jong-un in North Korea, the ass is worn off.
And as soon as you touch it, it just goes dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. And what was I going to say? Yes, yeah, like, and then if there's like a newspaper, anything with a photo of the leaders on it, you couldn't fold it like over their face.
Wow.
If you're going to fold it, you had to make sure you weren't like creasing their face. And
that's so dumb.
It's
cool.
dun dum dun 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 dun. And So there's all these sort of rules. If you
What
get
are
in
the
the
other people like on the tour? Sorry, how many people and what's wrong with
It's
them?
about 20 people. Yeah, they're all pretty weird people. Like,
It's just you and Dennis Rodman.
it's just me and Dennis Rodman. Yeah, it's me, Dennis Rodman, and Trump. It was actually a few weeks after Trump stepped in. Do you remember he did that thing?
He like stepped into.
He
the
stepped
thing.
into North
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah. And
so
he did like jump backwards and forwards. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, he was like
on a
that.
pogo stick.
Yeah. Like Homer in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
He's
was
like,
really like North Korea,
Yeah, South Korea. North Korea, South Korea.
And
So
then the guys in the south are like the Republic.
yeah,
or
the Republic.
of
Yeah,
Korea.
get it right. And
It just really minimizes such a horrific war to be like,
hey,
hey,
woo. I did do a gig somewhere, and there was this kind of white, kind of woke hippie girl in the front row, and I heard the MC being like, "Oh, what do you do?" And she's like, "Oh, I help North Korean refugees that have come to
Help
UK.
the refugees,
Help the refugees, man.
Working for the cause,
Working for the cause, man." And and then I was like, right, if I start bombing, I'll just talk to her about
yeah,
being in fucking
being in North Korea.
yeah, easy,
yeah.
a classic get out.
So I was like, I'll just talk to her about that, and then of course I start bombing, and then I was like, oh yeah, North Korea, I was there. And she was just like, that was wrong, you're funding the regime. And I was like, lady, it's
cool,
a fucking
man.
it's a comedy show, you fucking bitch. But anyway, so we go in, all these fucking guards come fucking
And the
come
Blues
on.
Brothers.
What?
And the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. What's that song? Where they're all chasing after each other. But they come on and they take all your luggage, everything. They go through your luggage. They didn't ask to see our phones or cameras that time. But and then anyway, you go in. We got like a 12-hour bus into Pyongyang, and on the way in, but you're going through the countryside and
It's
you're
just
just
like to
seeing.
think it's only like 2 miles away and you're just the North Korean buses are so bad. Just
they
2
were
miles
brutal.
away and it's just going like a slug along the road.
Oh, it's shock.
Just
We were on
12
the train.
hours.
Yeah.
Just-
The train was brutal,
Yeah.
and then you go into the bathrooms, and the bathrooms are like where you hold onto the bars and you squat, and you're just shitting into a hole that goes onto the tracks.
Yeah, fuck.
So you're just shitting, and then they have to like ring a fucking bell on the train because there's just kids hanging out on the tracks. So they're
Tell you
like,
what,
dong, 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 dong.
hard to get sympathy for you about
Yeah.
shitting through a hole under a train track because you shit
in your own room.
on Amazon parcels.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
to you, this was like Versailles.
It was Versailles. It was. I was like, ooh.
A place that's not my
hole.
own abode.
I might
I don't have to
stay
sleep here.
Yeah. And so I So
Right, 12 hours.
So
You're
12
into-
hours. You go in, whoosh, but on the way in, you see like some because they only show you what they want you to see. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
you to see the the poverty and whatever. And you're
Yes.
going in, you're seeing all these like emaciated people, and like the cows are all emaciated, and like it's fun. Like you're driving it, and
You
then
okay?
like,
About the cows.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Well,
sorry,
that did. Yeah, just be careful
sorry about that.
with your
yeah.
language, please.
Okay, sorry.
Because that's actually.
There's a touchy.
That's upsetting.
I didn't want to touch a
Well,
nerve.
if they're emaciated, they're not nourished, and that means they won't be producing milk, and
Good
that means
milk.
the dairy industry there is just.
I wouldn't be going near the milk that comes out of these fucking things.
Right.
It's just like. But anyway, literally just like.
I tell you, fucking, your Ukrainian refugee would get a bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Think of,
oh yeah.
think of Robbie Keane.
Think of Robbie Keane. That's what they're saying to the cows when they're milking them.
Think of Robbie Keane.
Think of Robbie Keane. Think of Park Ji-sung. So you get the train in, and the buildings that you see on the way in, just the front of them are painted so that you see
Right.
them on the way in. But the minute you look back, like it's just like it's like
Oh,
that
wow.
meme of Homer, where he's skinny, but then at the back it's all the pegs.
clipped.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
clipped. Anyway, so we go in and get to Pyongyang, get off the train, get into Pyongyang, and then I swear to God, me and my mates get off the thing, we walk in, and then I just hear some fella going, "I'd spotted a fellow Irishman a mile away." And I look over, and there's just some cunt from Roscommon on the tour as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How you doing, lads?" And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah.
You can't
even
go
go to
anywhere
North
on
Korea without
holiday.
bumping into some cunt who knows your
Yeah.
auntie or whatever. And he's there with his kid who's retarded.
I know a place
And,
where we can watch Clare versus Tipperary. I found a pub where they have the All Ireland semi final.
Are you showing the football?
Follow
Are you?
me.
Can we watch the football?
You find an Irish pub in Pyongyang.
Yeah.
You just have to kill him like slowly.
Just.
So he's got a kid with special
sleep.
needs.
Well, it wasn't like
He's got something going on.
something autism. He had his shirt tucked into his.
He's got a high
slacks
IQ.
and
he's a great guy.
You know these guys, and then like the belt is kind of up at the belly button.
Yeah.
And it's like a polo tucked in.
He was just
glasses.
a few years ahead of the game. That's the look now.
That's the look. That is the look now. I
High-waisted
suppose.
jeans tucked in.
High-waisted jeans
That's
tucked
what I'm
in.
wearing right now.
Exactly.
I was going to say, because you said it's to look, and I thought, well, you do it. But
Well,
I
it's
don't
more like a
think
polo shirt, and then
Yeah.
it was bad. It was bad.
He's in North Korea.
He's in North Korea. Yeah, I mean, no one's judging him for his fashion choices there. And
Sure, in North Korea, he's Al Capone. Sure, he's looking around at these emaciated cows being like, give us a fiver.
Oh,
The cows.
it was
Give
a fiver.
us €1, please.
It
Come
was
on.
akin to like
Just the cows.
to Henry Street, and the
Smacked
cows are
out.
like, give us €1.
Come
yeah.
on, give us €1. Oh,
Like,
chief, I'll suck you.
come on.
Come on.
Adrian-
Meow.
Meow. But
Come here now, Roy.
come here, right, give me a suck. And so anyway, and we go in and we go to this hotel called the Yanggakdao Hotel, which is the hotel where that guy, I forget his name, Otto Warmbier.
Oh, yeah.
The young
What's
fella,
that?
the young
Junior
fella
man.
who got detained because he stole a bit of
He stole the
propaganda from the
poster.
hotel.
I just saw the video of this the other day. He looks exactly like me, by the way.
He does a little bit, yeah.
He's fucking gorgeous. But I saw there's a picture of him like crying, and it's just exact. I've never seen anything look more like me in my life. But anyway, he takes down just a poster. They have like video of him doing that, but in the video you can't really even see that it's him. But doing this, so he gets sentenced to 15 years hard labor in North Korea, and he's just a young
He
lad.
took down like a Kim Jong-un poster or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like
Something like that.
something like that. And then there's this like show trial done like where he's just surrounded. He's the only American there, and it's just like these Korean military officials. He gets brought in by these two fucking psycho soldiers, just bringing him in like, these fuckers have murdered upwards of 100 people.
Yeah.
And they're bringing him in, and he's just it's actually horror watching it, because he's just like, please, he's like, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I didn't know, please just let me go home.
Yeah.
Don't kill. And so they were like, and everyone's just like looking at him,
No
just
sympathy.
nothing, just
Yeah.
you will be sentenced to 15 years hard labor. Hard labor? What are we living in?
Yeah.
So then he's just, it's actually horror. Like you're watching
It's-
like
yeah.
this guy made one mistake in his place, and
And
his
it's just
life
gone,
is
ruined.
destroyed. And it's like he knows what's going to happen. He's like, please save my life. Someone come help me.
Robbie Keane.
But then, but then, like Trump was in at times. So Trump was probably like, "He shouldn't have taken the poster.
Yeah.
Listen, Kim Jong Un's a great guy.
Yeah.
He made a mistake. Do the work. 15 years. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too bad."
Yeah.
So they don't come get him, save him, and they hand him back to America in a vegetated state.
And then he dies after.
and he
that.
died.
How many years later?
Like a year and a half later, they just hand him back in just a like in a coma. Just get
Yeah.
him back, and like the parents they hand him back to the parents, and they just have to turn off the life support. Like it's just
And there were signs that he'd been
Absolutely.
tortured, like.
yeah. It was just absolutely
Yeah.
horror, like shocking.
Yeah. But
So
they were
man-
like, he's grand, he's just.
Same
Give him
tour guides as you.
So it was the same company that brought him in. But like you're warned, he basically did it because when he was going, he was part of some church in America, and someone's like, "Oh, I'll give you X amount of money if you go in and you steal me some propaganda." And he was warned not to do it. And then he went up. There's a floor in the hotel that there's documentaries on YouTube of this where there's floors on the hotel where they tell you don't go near there. That's where it's not on the. Like some hotels they don't have the 13th floor. They just go back.
Yeah.
In this hotel, there's no 5th floor. And to get to it, you have to go through this stairwell. And they say that's where the staff live, so don't go there. But there's videos on YouTube of people who've snuck up, and it's like a surveillance center where they have cameras in the rooms and all that sort of stuff. It's bananas. So the guy was fucking stupid to do it.
He was stupid to do,
yeah.
but talk about a
my
horrific.
God.
Yeah.
But like you could see when he was in.
That's some episode of Banged Up Abroad.
Dandong, dandong,
and
Yeah.
so yeah, he got fucking. He's dead now anyway.
They
And,
handed him back. Imagine handing him back.
He's
like
grand.
giving him back, and he's just literally vegetable state. And they're like, yeah, he's not moving, and they're like, he is lazy.
He's lazy.
Lazy.
He's just knackered. He was, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just give him a fucking lemsip and a fucking whatever.
Never stop sleep. A big lion. Long
Big
lion.
lazy man.
Lazy man every day.
How
lion.
the fuck,
Yeah.
like, given that Trump was in the country at that time, how's he not going,
Yeah.
right, you're just going to let this one cunt go, I'm afraid.
Well,
like,
they
that's-
used him as like a pawn in fucking whatever. I feel like. But it was either before or after Trump. It was around the same time. I can't remember if it was.
There's talks that he never even took the poster. That because even in the video, you can't see him. You can't see his face. It's like
Right.
right down the end of a corridor, and it's like so you can't see his face. And there's like there's conspiracies and stuff that like he didn't take down a poster and they forced him into a confession and tortured him into it. Like you can see when he's at the court, he's absolutely fucking rattled. Like he's just like shaking, and it's like these people have done awful things to him already. Like it's fucking shocking.
Yeah. No, it is. It's very sad. Like, but they bring you into the hotel, and then they're like, "Don't go on the floor" or whatever, and then they're like, "You can't leave."
Don't there's chief there squatting already.
Were you there? You were there before or after this fella had been good?
Oh, after,
Yeah,
well after,
after.
yeah. And so anyway, so we go, and they're like, "You can't leave the hotel without a tour guide. If you do, you'll be fucked or whatever. And you can only leave when the tour company picks you up in the morning, and then they drop you back at in 7 or 8 in the evening. But they have the hotel designed in such a way that like there's everything in there to keep you like occupied, like entertained. So there's like casinos, fucking pool tables, ping pong fucking tables. There's a bowling alley, swimming pool, massage parlors, all this shit, just to keep karaoke rooms or whatever.
And this is just a hotel for
this
like
is just in the
Western
hotel.
visitors or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So you're in there, you do that or whatever, and the first night, one of my mates tried to shag one of the North Korean fucking thing, and he almost did. He almost shagged her. It was on like the last night, and we all got pissed with the tour guides or whatever. We're doing karaoke. They had Westlife on the karaoke.
Lad,
machine,
they
yeah.
played Westlife in fucking Zambia. Westlife, and I'm not just on one Westlife song. They
Yeah.
had 7 Westlife songs on in a row
God.
in
Yeah,
Zambia.
yeah.
And I'm thinking, brother, quality travels.
Yeah.
Can't believe that I'm the fool again.
Is that?
I thought
always
this
get.
love would never end.
And I always get
How
them.
was that to know? You never told me.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He went Arnie at the end.
And then the background is on the karaoke machine. The background's always like waterfalls or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the last night I'm skipping ahead, but yeah, the last night we got pissed with all the tour guides, and then we were like, "Where's whatever?" And then we look over at the bar, and he's getting like a shoulder rub from one of the. He's a Lothario, like he's shagged thousands of women, and they're giving us shoulder massage, and then we were all going to bed. We were like, "Are you coming?" He was like, "Yeah, just." And he had this other North Korean woman like pouring him whiskey while he was getting his shoulders rubbed. And then we all went to bed then, and then the next morning we all went down to the foyer to get picked up to go back to Dandong. And then we were like, "Fuck, where is he?" Like, and then we thought he'd been like fucking kidnapped for shagging some, and he came down, and yeah, he like kissed her in the hall, and then he was like, "Come on up to my room" or whatever. She was like, "No, I got the." She's like a husband or whatever, and
Yeah.
like if she got caught, like she would have been
dead.
fucking
Dead, and her whole family's dead
and her
as
whole
well.
family
Yeah.
dead, and
Yeah.
the kids dead, and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, because that's what they do. I read a book.
Yeah, they wipe out
They
the whole
wipe
family.
out your whole family.
It's like your line is gone.
Yeah.
It's not that just you're dead. It's like your line is over.
Yeah,
They
they're
just
like,
kill your whole family.
It is mad back in, because that's very like back in the day, Roman Empire, anywhere. Like it's just like, oh, I've an enemy, and it's just like, well, so I have to kill him, but I also have to kill all his children and just everyone that could maybe possibly want vengeance in the
there's
future.
a method to the madness. I feel like because
Well, I mean, yeah.
it's inherited. Like my dad's a spa.
Yeah.
I'm a spa. If
Yeah.
I ever have a kid, he's going to be the biggest spa on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. They're like, if this owl
Yeah.
whore is kissing Irish men,
Yeah.
then she's just going to raise a
Or-
whore.
You're sort of a biological determinist.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to be a fucking, you know, a menace to society, you should just nip it in the bud. But yeah, so we're in this whatever hotel or wherever. We did all we went to the DMZ and we went to this was the most insane part. We went to see the the mausoleum where they had the bodies of Kim Jong Un and Kim Il Sung.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kim Jong Un is the current president.
Kim Jong Il
and Kim Il Sung.
Yeah.
And so we all had to wear suits and stuff. We had to bring suits in. We're told to wear suits. And we go in and they tell us beforehand, they're like, if any of you cunts are gonna do a political stunt or whatever, or you feel like you're because we have to bow at the statues and leave flowers at the foot of the statues or whatever. And if you want to pull a fucking political stunt and not lay flowers and not bow, tell us now and you'll fucking stay outside because we don't want to you're not going in. So we go in anyway and they purify your shoes and because they don't want you bringing in outside germs or whatever. It's fucking insane. And they bring you in, you're purified, and they make you stand on this escalator. It looks like the White House, it's this big fucking thing. And you're on an escalator, and it brings you in, and then you have to stand still, and it's just all this propaganda on the walls, Kim Il Sung, and they're he's cutting the ribbon on a giant fucking new school, and he's milking a healthy cow or whatever.
Exactly.
Just propaganda. You go in anyway. And then you get brought into the room before the bodies, and it's a room that's just filled with gifts from all these world leaders. There's a sword from fucking Hitler or something, whatever. There was something from the Ra in there. There was some a balaclava. There was something and a plaque, and it was from your friends and whatever. It was mental.
Wow.
We were fucking go on, lads.
The North of Korea.
Yeah, exactly. The North of Korea. And then you get brought into the room. And it's something out of Blade Runner. It's a dark sort of mausoleum, red lights around the thing, and there's lads with assault rifles just guarding the thing, and you have to go in, and his body's just there. It's preserved in resin or whatever, embalmed, yeah. And they're there like this, and you go in, Dandong. And then you go in and you have to bow at the feet. And then at both sides, you don't bow at the head because it's disrespectful for some reason. And then you go in, and then I have OCD of intrusive thoughts. So the whole thing, my brain is just go over and spit on the thing. Go over there and rub your cock on the sarcophagus or whatever. It's insane. I'm
you're a man of happy ending.
Exactly, yeah. Just smash the glass, reach in and go to this. So then we leave that thing, and then you go out, and then you go through the same process for the other fella, through the room with all the gifts to him from leaders. You go into the next room, then he's there fucking Dandonged out of it, and then you go in and then you come out and then you go out into the courtyard or whatever, and then everyone breathes a sigh of relief because they're if something goes wrong on that part of the thing, we're all fucked. And they're so funny. They're they said that some woman got in trouble at the last tour guide because she did a somersault. She did a handstand outside the mausoleum for a photo or whatever, and she's some white girl so whatever. Because me and my mates got a photo of the mausoleum. We were there and we wore sunglasses in the photo. You're not supposed to do that, so we were all wearing sunglasses. And the fucking tour guide came over and was like, "Fucking delete that now! Delete that now! Take off your fucking sunglasses! Don't be disrespectful." And we were like, "All right, Jesus, chief." Took off our sunglasses. And then one day they brought us we thought we were going to a government building. It's this big palace. We went in, it was just a school for these kids. But it was really sad because it was a zoo basically. You go in and they're okay, and they bring you into this classroom and it's these kids and they're all playing classical instruments. Maestros,
yeah.
And everyone's "Oh, this is amazing." So it's these kids have been forced to practice.
They're chained to a music
for 14 hours a day, and they're amazing at their instruments. There was a room with that. There was a room a calligraphy
room. Is there an argument
room
to be made for that then?
I think so.
The whiplash argument.
The whiplash. Yeah, I feel
drive them hard.
Yeah, I think so. And so you go. It was very impressive. And there's a calligraphy room. There's a ballet room, and they're all just fucking.
But people who are not musically talented are just getting thrown down the well.
Oh yeah,
if you're just scoffing the recorder,
there's no room for them.
You find what you have aptitude in. It's going to be calligraphy or ballet or music or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Or snitching on your parents.
Yeah,
or whatever.
They're all in there playing Ferre Jacques and whatever. And you go in and there's a calligraphy room and it's just amazing ballet. They're all whatever. And then some of the tourists were shoving. There's a zoo. They were putting cameras in the kids' faces and everything. And I took a few photos and then I just saw one kid some of these kids have never seen white people before as well.
Yeah.
So they warned us. They're some of these kids have never seen white people, so you're going to freak them out a little bit.
A big rotten chief.
I got scared of them when I walked in. It's you little fucker. And but
chief, no.
Chief. Dandong. But yeah, and then I took 2 photos. What am I doing? This is it's like a zoo, like. And then they brought us into this big auditorium, and they did like a rock performance where it was like a funk band.
Wow.
It was insane. They're like a funk band, like it was like watching it was insane, like watching the Chili Peppers, like,
Yeah,
Right.
School
and
of
they
Rock.
wheeled them off School of Rock, yeah, and then it was literally like School of Rock, yeah. And and then they
Like
bring it,
really,
like,
I like that if like rock and roll that is like pro establishment.
right,
Where it's
yeah.
like, I will do what you
You tell me, I won't ask questions. It's the best place to live. Yeah. If you want to be the teacher's pet, believe everything that they tell you. And don't ask
Rock got
questions.
reason, rock got rhyme.
You better make it to school on time, or else we'll fucking shoot you in the back of the head. And, so yeah, they wheeled them out or whatever, and it's this whole thing. And then we went to a water park one day. That was pretty weird. I refused. I have OCD, so I refused to go in the water because I was like, I don't want to. North Korean sanitation. I didn't want to.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's a big pool with like North Korean
yeah.
kids, and also I don't know. I just didn't. So I missed
Right.
out on that. But the lads were saying it was like,
Yeah, but
amazing,
you're
like-
shitting on buses,
I know.
like, so
yeah.
you know.
But this was the weirdest thing. One of the weirdest things that happened because I ate dog there. I'm not proud of it.
Come on.
We were on a bus to this thing, and they came over the tannoy, and they were like, on the bus, they're like, okay, we're going to go to this restaurant. If you give us $5, they take euros there, the euros and dollars, because they don't want you touching the currency.
yeah.
They don't want foreigners touching the currency. We managed.
Fiddling.
Managed to steal some currency, but so they're like, yeah, we're going to this restaurant. They serve dog there. If you give us €5, you can have dog soup. I'm a when in Rome kind of guy. So I'm like, yeah, I'll have dog soup. And we went to this place.
You
or
wouldn't
whatever.
step foot in the pool with the poor children, North Korean children, but you're taking a bite out of fucking Rover the dog,
Out of Lassie.
Lassie's stew.
And we go to this fucking thing or whatever. And then we asked them on the way, and we're like, oh, yeah, like, what kind of dog is it? Like, and she just goes, it's a yellow dog.
Yellow.
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 It's a yellow dog.
Yellow.
So I'm like, does that mean a Labrador? Does that mean
Golden Retriever?
Golden
Like, what are we
Retriever.
talking
I didn't
about?
want it. It was just this tasteless, stringy fucking. There was a collar floating in the thing. It was grim. And anyway, I got food poisoning from the dog, so I was
No.
fucked. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I deserve it. I get it. And
I don't know if I would eat dog, but I certainly kind of respect the thing of like, I'm going to try it once. Just to have tried it type thing.
Ah, yeah.
I was feeling very rough.
Dandong. Listen, we gotta go. We're going to continue on talking about this. We're going to have to go to the Patreon.
Yapping there.
We're on
Yeah.
an hour and 16.
Oh, Jesus.
You dirty dog.
Yeah,
Dirty, I'm sorry.
Plug
Yeah, dirty
stuff,
dog.
you pig.
Plug, you pig.
Yeah, plug. What do you got?
I have podcasts, Chiefcast. I have whatever Instagram. Rob does comedy.
Rob does comedy.
I was on the
Doing-
Chief Cast recently. It was very fun. Very good crack.
Both
Yeah.
the lads were on. It was good stuff. I'm
got-
doing work in progress shows in May at Top Secret and the Bill Murray. So
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Are they on
Very
sale?
not yet.
They will
It'll
be,
on my
maybe
Get them
Instagram.
on sale for this.
Yeah,
They will be on
yeah.
sale. Check Rob's
When does this come
Instagram.
out?
He's hilarious. A few weeks.
13th of March, something like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Listen.
Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. My special is out right now. YouTube. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What the hell? YouTube Nasty Character. I'm very proud of it. It's great. Go watch that. Comment, like, share. It helps the algorithm. I'd
The
love you.
sweatiest I've ever seen a man get.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, you did get quite sweaty.
Yeah.
You can see beads of sweat like flying off him into
Yeah.
the audience.
Yeah, that's it. You didn't need to bring that up.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
trying to entice them in.
bring them in. It is a spectacle. Like I do, my shirt changes colour.
You should have had the
throughout
little
Yeah, the end
napkin
of
that
it
you
is-
had at Top Secret, didn't I? The little.
I did have one of them as
Oh,
well.
I do declare.
Yeah, I did have a.
You gotta get a towel, like a proper big over
yeah,
your shoulder job.
So yeah, go watch that. Also, I'll have work in progresses in shows in Lisbon, shows in Switzerland, shows in other places, but they'll all be on my Instagram. Go check them out. All right.
I have shows in Australia and America that I desperately need to plug. Although Sydney first show sold out, so we're gonna add a late show
What the hell?
at the Sydney Comedy Store.
Hold
That's
that
fucking
noise.
mad.
How many is it?
290 seats.
You dirty
Holy
dog.
Fucking
smokes.
mad.
What the fuck?
Isn't
Congrats.
that fucking mad?
That's amazing.
That's
So
nasty.
Yeah.
we're
Enough
adding a
now.
late show. Don't make me look like a dick for adding a late show.
Come
you
on.
pigs.
You
Get
Aussie
involved.
pigs.
Sydney, Brisbane as well, and the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Get involved over there. America and Canada, we have Boston, we have Philadelphia, we have Chicago, we have New York, and we have Toronto. Toronto selling very, very well. The rest of them doing decently, I would say. Not amazing, but decently. And then there's more work in progresses in the kind of London area. Keep an eye. Just search my name on the Top Secret website. And shit like
Nice.
that. They'll come up. I'll post about all that shit. Instagram, all that shit. But patreon.com/parenting. We've given you more than your fill on the
Yes.
public, so you owe us money.
And we have stories with more great chief stories in Korea. In there's other stuff Chief has done. Give a teaser for something.
Well, what have you got there?
Come on.
We have more Korea stuff to
There's a
do.
lot of
We'll
Korea
fill
stuff.
in
I had
more
an
Korea
MMA
stuff.
fight. We could talk about
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
Your brain
yeah,
damage.
we're beautiful.
I got brain
It's
damage.
More
much
about you being
brain
fat.
damage.
Yeah, more of me being fat. I'll show my belly, whatever
It's
you
all
want.
good. It's all good.
That'd be nice.
Patreon.com/parenting.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Nice.